I want to develop a web app or a phone app. I have a choice. I can go learn that skill on my own, which is coding, which is going to take me a long time and take me away from my core activities where I'm great at, where I have my unique ability while I'm trying to learn this thing and trying to be jack of all trades in my business. Or I could just go use financial capital or relational capital to go hire somebody who has already learned and mastered that thing.
Wake up, it's time to be free. Wake up, was blind, now I see. Wake up, it's time to be me. Wake up, my mind is the key.
Wake up, it's time to be me. Wake up, my mind is the key.
So welcome. It's Jullien Gordon with another episode of the Daily Jules, where I drop nuggets of wisdom to help you increase your degrees of freedom. Doesn't matter how many college degrees you have. The only degree that really matters is your degree of freedom. Doesn't matter how much money you make. What really matters is how you make money. Now today I got a great question from Kristen, who asked, how do I prioritize, set priorities in my business, especially when it comes to what I need to be learning as the CEO? I think this is an amazing question. It's one that's not the easiest to answer, but I have an answer that I think is going to be a little bit counterintuitive. And I'll share the counterintuitive answer first, but then I'll go into what Kristen should do next. So the reality that I believe in your business is that you should actually avoid learning. Yes, I said it. You should avoid learning. And here's why. Learning, and not doing will actually cripple your business. It will cripple your business. Instead of learning, my first thought is, who can I hire that has already learned what I think I need to go learn? Who can I hire who has already learned what I think I need to learn? So let's just say I want to develop a web app or a phone app. I have a choice. I can go learn that skill on my own, which is coding, which is going to take me a long time and take me away from my core activities where I'm great at, where I have my unique ability while I'm trying to learn this thing and trying to be jack of all trades in my business. Or I could just go use financial capital or relational capital to go hire somebody who has already learned and mastered that thing. I want to develop a web app or a phone app. I have a choice. I can go learn that skill on my own, which is coding, which is going to take me a long time and take me away from my core activities where I'm great at, where I have my unique ability while I'm trying to learn this thing and trying to be jack of all trades in my business. Or I could just go use financial capital or relational capital to go hire somebody who has already learned and mastered that thing. See, this is the reason why I don't eat at diners. I don't eat at diners because at diners, they try to be great at everything. They try to be great. You look at the menu and it's like 20 pages, right? It's like the Bible. You trying to pick a meal. Do I eat Deuteronomy or do I eat Matthew? You're just flipping through. You cannot be great at everything. So the first thing I do is actually I figure out who I can hire that has already learned what I'm seeking to learn. That's where I start. Okay. So that's the counterintuitive answer. But now let's go back to your question. The question in a business is how do I turn an idea into income, right? And there are all kinds of stops on this train, right? There's sales here. There is a product / service development here. There's finding leads here. There's creating systems. So essentially what you want to do is you want to look at this roadmap and say, where do I feel stuck? Where do I feel stuck in this particular journey of turning an idea into income? Do I feel stuck around the product development? If this is where I feel stuck, then this is where I need to go either hire learning or actually do learning for myself. Is it finding leads? Is this where I feel stuck? Do I want to take the time to actually go learn this on my own, right? To try to save some money, even though it's costing me time? Or do I want to hire somebody who has already learned how to do that and who can simply just integrate what they already know into my business? Am I struggling creating systems, and am I feeling overwhelmed and burned out? Right? So what I would do, Kristen, is I would write down the things that are keeping you up at night. The first things that are on your mind when you wake up, or the things that are on your mind right before you go to sleep. Those are usually the things that are worrying you, right? So wherever you see worry in your business, that's one place to actually start learning or hire somebody learning. So I've shared this with you all before. There's a couple things to look for. Where do you see worry, right? Where do you see waste in your business? Wasted time, wasted energy, wasted resources, wasted goods and service, wasted talent, right? Where do you see wishing? I wish I just knew how to use WordPress, right? I wish I knew how to use ClickFunnels, right? Where do you see worry? Where do you see waste? Where do you see wishing? And where do you see waiting? Where do you see waiting in your business? Something's just slow. Something's not happening fast enough. Something's getting stuck, right? Wherever you see worry, waste, wishing, or waiting, or the other one is workaholism. Workaholism. Wherever you feel like you're overworked and burned out, right? Because if you're burnt out and overworked right now, yet you're trying to scale your business to 10 times, you can't find 10 times more hours to work, right? So that means that your model is broken. If you are in a space of workaholism right now in your business, and you're trying to scale 10 times, but there's not 10 times more hours in a day, then these are the spaces where you want to ask for help. You want to get help, or like I said, secondly, you want to figure out how to learn something that's going to get you out of this space. So again, my first priority is always to go hire someone who has already learned and mastered what I think I need to know. And then second, default, if you don't have any financial capital, or you don't have enough financial capital to hire somebody, then you need to learn it yourself. Learning it yourself is the last option. It is not the first option. So this is how I would prioritize your learning as a leader in your business, right? You're learning as a leader. Let's say, so I'll give you another scenario. Let's say you're in the process of hiring your first 2 people, right? And you just foresee that there's going to be challenges. You never managed 2 people before and things of that nature in your own business. Then you might want to go pick up a book like Traction or Good to Great, or one of these other books that is here that's actually going to help you understand more about leadership, so that you are actually being proactive rather than, because a lot of this is reactive, right? This is reactive learning. There are times in your business where you might see opportunities to have proactive learning, where you're trying to get ahead of something before it even comes, okay? So Kristen, I hope that this has blessed you. This is how I would approach it. I would lay out my pipeline of turning my idea to income, and then I would look at my business for anywhere I see worry, waste, wishing, waiting, or workaholism. And that's where your next area of learning or hiring somebody who has learned what you need is at. Okay, that's where I would invest. All right. So I hope that this episode has blessed you. This is Jullien Gordon again with another episode of the Daily Jules, and I will catch you in the next episode. Peace. I hope these mindsets, metaphors, and methodologies blessed you. If you desire more freedom, go to getfreenow.com to subscribe to the show on iTunes, YouTube, or Facebook, and get 4 of my best courses in the Freedom School for 100% free.